and sit down. I saw you peeking beneath the window. I bet you're wondering just what's going on. So put your blanket around. This is where you belong. So open up the doors now. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. No, you don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down.
Now did you notice all the love around you? And did you hear all the voices raised in song? I hope you get yourself dancing and singing along. So let your body move now.
Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You don't have to hesitate, just come on in. Come on in and sit down to the beat now. Welcome, welcome, come on in. 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 Come on in.
Welcome, come on in.
Welcome to the temple.
Welcome, come on in.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
sanctuary.
come on in. Welcome, welcome,
Yeah,
come on in.
welcome, welcome, yeah, yeah. Come on in and sit down. Sit yourself down. Woo! All right. If that didn't wake you up, I'm gonna wake you up with another one. Sorry, my fault. When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find the truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together, we'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here, and you and me, love lives here. My soul breaks free, I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love
Love
lives,
lives here.
where love
Love
lives.
lives here.
When life gets you down, you can see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we pray together, and the hurt that you feel will be set free. We breathe it in together, we'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here, and you and me, love lives here. My soul breaks free, I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love
Love lives here.
where love
Love
lives,
lives here.
where love lives.
And Miahwen, Neto Reverend Jeffrey Ryan, we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, Gabrielino Tongva, Kizh, and Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as God intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. Good morning, Riverside. That was pretty good. Great to see all of you here this morning. Have you been up and moving and dancing, warming up? It's been, a little chilly out there this morning. It's a beautiful foggy morning. I love the fog because it's a mystical experience. So there you go. Ha, ho, ho. I know. That was for Grandpa Aiden, There we go. Our paternal grandfather always had really bad dad jokes, bad puns like that. So it just made me think of him. So good morning to Mom and Dad in Las Vegas. Aloha kakahiaka to Casey and Wayne on the Big Island. And good morning, Pat. And good morning to Lupe and John. Great to have you all joining us this morning. For those of you here in the sanctuary, I do invite you to go ahead and silence those cell phones. Make sure that they are quiet so that we aren't interrupted during today's service. And I'm going to take this fuzzy thing off. 1 second. I know. I gotta be. Wow. What was that, Michelle? Oh, yes. I'll put it back on later. Don't worry. Okay. There we are. All right. So, so good morning. It's the first Sunday in December. So welcome to December. I know already. So if you were born in the month of December, we invite you to go ahead and please stand.
No, none.
All right.
All right.
There's one. And I know Mom was born on December 23rd as well. All right. So Jabel and Jeff have this rockin' song for you. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Helen and Mom.
Happy birthday to you. Rocking out, man.
And anybody celebrating anniversaries in the month of December? All right. Stu, how long have you had to put up with this here?
Stu, stop.
27 years for Dinah and Stu. Congratulations to Dinah and Stu. All right. Wonderful. Oh, and John's birthday is the 31st. So happy birthday, John. He's a New Year baby, New Year's Eve baby. There you go. All right. All right, my beloveds, things are set up a little bit differently here today. We're going to do some different things. On your way in, you should have received a very small piece of paper. We're going to be using that during today's service. Good morning, Ken. And then you also received a larger piece of paper for the holiday wish list, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it's a smaller piece of paper that you're going to be using during service this morning. So, everybody got theirs up here? Okay, good. All right.
Sharing and I tore my
Okay. Well, then you just made two. You multiplied it. So there you are, Jabel. Jabel tore hers in half. So good morning, Dottie. Great to see you joining us this morning, Dottie. And good morning to Earl and Denise. Oh, they're in Joshua Tree. Hey, there you go. All right. And if you think it's cold here, we know it is really cold there. Okay, so let's keep the energy moving, get us nice and warmed up in here, get a little bit more warmth and blood circulating, shall we, with one big family. Here we go. Go ahead and stand and sing. Let's go.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love. We are one. We are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me hear you now. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light of everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light of everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we are on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we are on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo!
Good morning. I'm Constance Stringfellow, one of the licensed spiritual practitioners here at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Practitioner Jeannie Cockty-Elker and I will be available after service for a brief moment of prayer in the lobby. So please don't leave here today with anything on your heart. We love to pray, and we absolutely know that prayer works. So now please allow the music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning invocation.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to go, no one I have to be, nothing I have to do but gently I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nothing I need to hold on to, nothing I need to give to you, nothing I need to do but gently breathe.
Please join me in consciousness. I invite you to close your eyes if this is comfortable for you. Move it into the heart space, taking in a deep, intentional breath. Breathing in love and breathing out love, knowing that God is the very air that we breathe. Take a moment to connect with the spirit of love, knowing that there's only one power, one presence, one life. This life is God's life. This life is perfect, and this life is our life right now. The small voice inside is perfect peace. It's grace. It's unspeakable joy. It's a voice of guidance. It's deep faith. It's perfect surrender. It guides and supports. It's infinite supply. It's clarity, order, beauty, and compassion. But it's so much more than this. I know that I'm one with all that God is, and this is true for everyone, everywhere. And we can never be separate from this oneness. We are created from the divine source as a creative expression of God, the source of all things. Let's choose today to surrender and let go of anything that's not serving our highest good. Surrender to what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. As we surrender, we become aware of who we are as divine beings. With love and compassion, surrender, let go, and let God. Centered in these truths, call forth the loving power as a source for every obstacle or challenge that we face, and allow this power to flow through our church, our community, our families, and our world. I bless the service today, everyone listening, and I know that divine spirit guides and supports us with peace and sweet surrender. I let this be, and so it is.
So good morning once again. I know. It was a beautiful meditation. It was a beautiful invocation. It was just like, nice and peaceful. And I was sitting there. I keep getting kicked out, Michelle. So sitting there and just enjoying and being present with what is and present with the presence. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Constance, for that beautiful opening. And thank you, Jeff, for your beautiful voice and centering us and grounding us this morning. And thank you, Ray, for sitting in again. So this is fabulous. So thank you, Ray. And thanks, of course, to Jubel. Good morning, Vicki and Marty. Good morning, Kathy. Amber, Mom says hi. There you go. And good morning to Corey. Great to have all of you joining us this morning online, our online, beloved online community, and our beloved community here in the sanctuary. We're sitting a little on this side today. It's kind of interesting, but so, I don't know. It's all good. Everybody wants to see the Christmas tree, right? Isn't that beautiful? And you saw the one in the lobby as well? Okay, very good. All right, just checking in, making sure we're here. I know it's foggy, but you know the brain is not as foggy, hopefully. Aloha kakahiaka to Wayne as well this morning. All right, so let's begin this part of our service as we always do with our focus statement. Maybe that'll help us focus, right? And maybe that'll help us, okay? Clear the fog from our brains, perhaps. All right, so today we are celebrating our successful completion of yet another season of Spirit Groups. So let's do this with all of the S's this morning, shall we? So let's do it sprightly and sensationally and sincerely and spiritually and sassy. All right, I like it. Thank you, Danny. All right, here we go. Are you ready? We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, this is what we are about here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. And here at Centers for Spiritual Living Worldwide, we are working with a theme this year of timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. And this month's theme, now that we are into December, is the journey of becoming. The journey of becoming. As we've been talking about this whole year, we've been on this upward spiral, this upward journey, this spiral of consciousness, of expanding consciousness and expanding awareness. And so now we come to this month of December where we have the opportunity to, as we did last month, we had the opportunity to express our gratitude, right? To see things from a higher perspective, to reflect on the year and give thanks for all that has been. And now that we are into this season, this liminal season, this time of change, this time of going within and yet preparing for the new, we begin again. We start to begin again. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there to January 1st, 2022, but we are approaching that. And so we have the opportunity here to once again prepare for the ongoing journey, the continuing journey, and this journey of becoming. And so today we're going to reflect just a little bit and move forward as we go through the month. And when you prepare for a journey, right, when you're getting ready to go on a trip, right, you have to decide where you're going to go, right? So we do that through visioning. And then you have to decide, okay, so what am I going to take with me and what am I going to leave behind, right? What am I going to carry into the new year? What am I going to carry into this next journey? And what am I going to leave behind? What may have already served me? What has been great? And what do I want to take with me? So we talked about this a little bit in February when we talked about a clean slate. Remember all the way back to February? No? Yeah, maybe. It's kind of a blur, right? Back in February, we talked about a clean slate and how we have this opportunity to start fresh and start new. And then in March, we talked a little bit again about releasing and letting go. Releasing those things that no longer serve us, letting go of those things that no longer serve us, so that we can create a spaciousness to welcome in the high idea, to welcome in the vision, to welcome in Spirit's highest idea of itself, expressing in, through, and as each one of us, and in, through, and as our lives, individually and collectively. And so, once again, we find ourselves at this point, this time of year, where we have the opportunity of letting go. Of letting it go, letting it all go. As my sister reminds me frequently, Elsa that stuff, right? Let it go. Only she doesn't always use the word stuff. So you have to have those beloveds in your life, right? That keep you real, right? That just like, you're just like, all right, here, boom, I'm going to ground you, right? That's Michelle for me, right? So, because, she's known me all of her life. Most of mine, I'm the older sibling, so, so she's the one who can really, keep it more real than anybody else I know for me. And so I love when she does that. Yes, snaps for Michelle, so there you go. All right. So when we think about Elsa, right? We're going to go there today. We're going to talk about Elsa. And I know Jubes is like, yay, Elsa, right? Frozen, right? When we think about that song, Let It Go, right? What's really going on? She's gotten angry, she's gotten upset, she's turned the whole world winter, right? It's all icy and frozen, and now she's just marching up the hill, and just like, I am tired of not being able to express who I am. I'm tired of not being myself. I'm just tired of all that, so I'm just going to let it go. And as she lets it go, what happens? She transforms, right? She transforms into this beautiful, not that she wasn't already, but this beautiful ice queen with this beautiful ice castle, and it's all gorgeous, and she steps into her fullest power, into her fullest thing. So what this master teacher, Elsa, is sharing with us, right, is that when we let go of the things that no longer serve us, when we let go of those things, the old ideas, the old belief systems, the limitations that we have placed on ourselves, or the limitations that we have allowed others to place on us, when we let go of those things and let go of them completely and fully and totally, then we are free from those encumbrances, and we are free to really be, to really fully express the fullness and the allness and the wholeness of who we truly are, to fully express and live our greatest life, our highest vision, our highest idea. Didn't know that's what you were watching when you were watching Frozen, did you? Right? That Elsa and Anna were taking you to church, right? And another master teacher that we love says this: train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. And who is this great master teacher? Yoda, right? Jeff's like, yeah. Right? Train yourself to release everything that you fear to lose, or to let go of everything that you fear to lose. Because what happens when we are afraid of losing something? Fear just keeps us stuck in, it just keeps us stuck in the life that is small. It keeps us stuck in our old stuff. It keeps us stuck in our old ways. So we have to let go of that fear, that stuckness, that resistance of losing everything we fear to lose. Because when we fear to lose something, then what are we doing? We're holding on to it for dear life. We are clutching it. We are embracing it. We are trying to protect it like this. And if I'm closed off like this, how am I ever going to receive a hug? How am I ever going to receive anything else? Right? If we're holding on to something so tight, that we're so closed off, that we don't have the ability to open up and release. So Yoda is telling us to just release all of it. Release that fear of losing anything, because you can't lose anything. Because we are always maintained and sustained, divinely supplied. So there is no losing, there's just the letting go. All of the stuff that we have in our lives, everything that we have, we are just custodians of, we are just stewards of, because it is divinely given. It is not really ours. It is in our care, it is in our custody, it is in our stewardship that we get to lovingly use or lovingly have and love it up as much as possible before allowing it to move on, before releasing it. So all those things that maybe have been in our custody, that have been in our care, that have been in our stewardship, that are no longer ours to do, that are no longer ours to hold, that are no longer serving our highest good, we have the opportunity then to release them, to let them go. We're not losing them. We're just allowing them to move on to their greater expression as well. Whether it be friends or family or things or jobs or anything, it's just a matter of simply allowing that to be. And when we allow those things to go, what happens? We open to a greater possibility. We stand with open arms. We say, yes, I'm here. I'm here and available to receive the even greater good than what already is or what already has been. So as we are moving into this season, this holiday season, wouldn't it be great to let go of the life we had planned so as to have the life that's waiting for us, as Joseph Campbell says? Wouldn't it be great to let go of those things that have been holding us back so far this year, that maybe we've been, still dragging like a little bag behind us or a backpack? Wouldn't it be great just to let that go so that we can enter into the joy of this season? Fully and completely? Thank you, Dinah. Right? It'd be great to let that stuff go, yeah? All right. So we're going to do that this morning. So, good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Anita. Good morning, Patty. So we're going to do that this morning. So as you came in this morning, you received that little piece of paper. And in your seat back pocket, yes, I used to be a flight attendant. So in your seat back pocket, you'll find a pen. So grab a pen and let's get ready here I'll invite you into the silence. And for those of you, for our online community, I want to address you as everybody here in the room is getting their pens and paper out. I invite you at home or wherever you're watching in the world, I invite you to just grab a piece of paper and a pen as well. And you can participate in this process with us there at home, and then we'll also have a way of you participating here in the sanctuary with us too. So, all right, so everybody have their pen, their paper? I know you have your paper. You have your pen? All right, so let's just turn within for a moment. And breathing in. I invite you to be gentle with yourself as you allow anything that is no longer serving you, anything that you no longer wish to carry into this holiday season, anything you don't wish to carry into 2022, just to surface in your consciousness right now. Anything you don't want to carry into the holiday season or carry with you into 2022, just allow that to surface in your consciousness. Gently, lovingly. And I invite you now to take a moment just to begin jotting it down on the piece of paper that you have, that thin little piece of paper that you have. Doesn't have to be big or huge. Be something small. All right. So here we have this beautiful bowl of water in front of me here. Michelle's zooming out maybe so we can catch that. We have this beautiful bowl of water. From a metaphysical perspective, water is consciousness. We speak our word upon the water. We speak our word into consciousness. We speak our word, and then the word is made manifest. And yet, water is also cleansing. Water is purifying. Water is nourishing. Water transmutes. It changes. It goes from water to ice or water to steam, forms the clouds and falls in the rain, becomes the rivers, becomes the oceans, and it's a cycle of life. It's a cycling, it's a recycling. And so it takes what is given and gives new life. It is representative of the one life that is all life, because without water, we would not exist. Life on the planet would not be. Water is absolutely necessary for us. And what is absolutely necessary for us also is spirit, is the divine. It is the divine life. So this water today is representing the divine. And so what I invite you to do here in the sanctuary is I invite you to please begin to form a line in the center of the room here. And what I'm going to invite you to do is bring your piece of paper with you, and you're going to place it in the water, and you're going to watch it dissolve in just a moment, Dinah. So thank you. Yes, you're forming a line. Dinah's getting us started with forming a line. I appreciate that. For those beloveds here at home or watching us online elsewhere in the world, what I invite you to do, my beloveds, is I invite you to take that piece of paper, and once the song begins, Jubel is going to sing the altar of love. And what we're going to do, my beloveds, is we're going to lay it down. We're going to lay the burdens down. We're going to lay the limitations down on the altar of love by placing this in the water. For those beloveds at home or online, I invite you to shred your piece of paper, either put it through a shredder or to rip it up, tear it up, or if you have a fireplace or someplace safe where you can burn it, to go ahead and burn it at home. So let's all take a nice deep collective breath and release it. And let us begin.
Lay it down, set it free, let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free, lay it down on the altar of love. I was walking through the season of dark and lonely change, where the world was on my shoulders and my faith was rearranged. I knew I'd never be given more than I could bear. Oh, lay it down, set it free, let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free, lay it down on the altar of love. So every single moment I am left with a choice to stay in separation or listen to this voice that beckons me to open and be grateful for every day. It simply reminds me there can be another way. Lay it down, set it free, let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free, lay it down on the altar of love.
And so surrender has two sides. Surrendering means to let something go, to release that which no longer serves. But surrendering also is about surrendering to our greatest good, our highest good. It's surrendering into the divine. Remember, when we talk about surrendering here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we are not surrendering into chaos. We're surrendering into divine order, because what we have done is we have built our faith. We have established our faith. And so we recognize that there is a divine order, there is a divine law, there is the will and divine law that is spiritual law. And it always works. It always is. It maintains and sustains us always and in all ways. And so therefore, when we surrender into divine order. We surrender into beauty. We surrender into grace. And in so doing, like Elsa, we rise and we experience new life. We experience new joys. We experience new opportunities, new possibilities. And that is what we celebrate this year. That's what we celebrate this season of joy, the season of hope. Hope. Sometimes in our circles here at Centers for Spiritual Living, hope is like, oh, hope's not as good as faith, right? It's not a either or, it's a both and, because really hope is really that feeling of joyous expectancy, joyful expectancy that makes everything possible. It is that palpable feeling. That's what hope is. It's that palpable feeling of joyous expectancy, expecting our good, knowing that it is right there, knowing it is closer than hands and feet, knowing it is closer than the very breath that we breathe, that it is right there. It is never withheld from us. And that, my beloveds, is faith too, because then it is that sureness. We have that joyful expectancy of infinite possibility. And yet there is also that faith that says, you know what? Yes, yes, yes. So there is this hope of joyful expectancy and wondrousness of this time of year, and yet it is backed by and supported by and uplifted by our faith. Not our faith in God, but our faith of God. Not our faith in spirit, but of our faith of spirit. It is a knowing that we know that we know that we know. It is absolutely certain. It is absolutely sure. So, my beloveds, as we begin to move through this holiday season, I hope that we will move through it together with joy, with hope, with love, and with faith. Let your light shine brightly. Let your heart be glad. Let your heart be bright. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is. And so I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary, and our core council members to please join them as well. These beloveds are in service to this beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, on a daily basis. They are lifting you in consciousness. If you need prayer, I do invite you to the prayer room immediately following service to receive prayer. You may also send us an email, your prayer request at prayer@riversidecsl.org if you'd like to do that. So let's just come together now. Recognizing here and now that there just is the one power, the one presence, the one infinite, eternal, the one that is love, that is joy, that is peace, that is harmony, that is creator and creation, that is the all and all, forever giving of itself, the infinite source, the infinite supply, the infinite oneness, Spirit, the divine, God. I recognize that it being all that there is, that there could be no thing, no one, no thing outside of this one. That all of life, all of creation, everything is made of and sourced from and supplied with this divine substance, this infinite eternal beingness that is living, moving, breathing, and having its being in, through, and as its creation, in, through, and as all of life, in, through, and as everything and everyone. Therefore, I know and I recognize that I am one with this one. I am that I am that I am becoming. I recognize that I am inseparable from this one life, inseparable from it, and I live, move, breathe, and have my being in it. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of everyone present here this day, of all of life, of all of creation. Each one with the one, each one inseparable from the one, each one a divine light, a divine spark, a divine emanation and impartation of this one life. And so I speak my word here and now for this beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, as we move together in this time, this season of joy, this season of hope, this season of light, as we move forward together in this, that we lay down those things that no longer serve us. We allow them to return back into the nothingness from which they came, to be transmuted, because there is no loss of energy, to be transmuted and uplifted and transformed to a higher state of consciousness, to a higher state of being. We give thanks for them. We give thanks for their usefulness in our lives. We give thanks for their purpose in our lives, and we simply allow them to fall away, to return lovingly and graciously, as we have done already with the water of transmutation. And we step forward into a greater sense of being, into a greater knowingness, into a greater possibility for our lives individually, and our life as a center, and our life as a community, and the world beyond. We step forward in joy and hope, in confidence, in joyful expectancy, grounded in faith. Grounded in the faith that we know that Spirit leads, that we are guided by an evolutionary vision, and we are grounded in timeless wisdom. And we look forward to a new year of living in everyday wonder, of living new possibilities. And we do so with joyful expectancy and with gratitude and with wondrous celebration as we move through this time of year. And so I give thanks for all of it. I give thanks for life. I give thanks for each individualized expression of life, for each beloved here this day. And I release this word into the law, into the waters of consciousness, knowing that it is already made manifest, knowing that it is already true, it is already done. I simply allow it to be, and together we affirm, and so it is.
As you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, and God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, for it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation and makes all things new. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God needs us to shine his light. God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Thank you. So I invite our beloveds who are in service to go ahead and please come forward. And as they are doing so, I invite all of you to take out that which you're choosing to contribute this day. Remember, this is a conscious contribution that we are contributing to our beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, because whose community is this? Our community, right? And so we support one another, we support each other. And so receiving our contributions this morning on behalf of the community, on behalf of the congregation, is practitioner Jeannie Kataoka. And also serving today are Cindy and Frank as our collectors, as our contribution receivers this morning. An easy way to contribute to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living is right there in your hand or in your pocket via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you are choosing to contribute and hit send. It is just that easy. You can also go online to our website, Riverside CSL, and in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on contribute and do it there. And then here in the sanctuary, we do have envelopes in your seat back pockets. And if you do contribute online, you'll also see a little card, a laminated card there that you can use this morning as the baskets come around this morning. So I invite you to choose, whatever you are choosing to contribute this morning, I invite you to place it over your heart space. I'm using my cell phone here to place it over my heart space. There you go. Let's give it a silent blessing. And let's say this affirmation together. I give and I receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. And let the baskets flow and let's sing.
Well, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the love. I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. comes in. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessings that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the blessings, for the blessings. Well, I'm grateful for the blessings that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the blessings, for the blessings. Well, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love, for the love. I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love, for the love.
Woo. Thanks. All right, so just a few things to share with you before we move out onto the patio, which is actually the first thing to share with you, is that we're going to be moving out onto the patio because we are celebrating yet another season of our successful season of our spirit groups. So we are wearing our festive holiday garb. I love Maria's Grinch sweatshirt there, jacket there. I love that. Fabulous, darling, fabulous. So we'll be moving out there. Our spirit groups, our members of our spirit groups, those participating in spirit groups have brought treats for us to share, homemade treats, holiday treats. So that'll be out on the patio as well. And Ed has been busy being a little elf at home and preparing a few fun games. They are fun. There are a few fun holiday games for us to share and to play out there as well. So please participate with Ed and, help him feel really good about all the work he's done this week. So it's been really exciting. It's been fun. He's like, can we do this? And can we do that? And it's like, so it's been fun to watch my beloved with his planning of all of this. So it's been quite fun. So that is the very first thing that we are doing is out there on the patio. But before you go do that, go get prayer. All right. Allison has her hand up. Everybody is invited, absolutely. Yes, everybody is invited. No exclusions, right? We're an inclusive community, yes, right? So I just figured that was a given, but yeah, it is good to say that, yeah, everybody is invited. So are you doing trees this afternoon
Yes,
downstairs?
and by the way, I just wanted to tell everybody we're at 24 trees, and because of all of your giving last week, we're going to be at 30 trees. So thank you for the extra 6 trees, and some of you gave us enough that we were able to get some gifts for the little ones, and we're just so blessed by all of you. Thank you so much.
Excellent, thank you. All right, so that'll be downstairs in the community room. They'll be decorating more trees for our families. All right. Then, next week, Sunday, after service at 11:30, we're going to go downstairs to Santa's workshop, okay? And we're going to have a wrapping party because we are supporting Sylvia's Serenity Homes. As I mentioned last week, Sylvia's Serenity Homes provides safe homes and safe housing for single mothers escaping domestic violence and their children. And we have asked you to collect toiletries and all the bags for the mothers. You can find a list on the welcome table if you still want to pick up a list. And you can drop those items off this week or bring them next Sunday. And we are going to assemble all of the bags together in Santa's workshop downstairs in the community room. We are also going to be wrapping the gifts that we have for the 19 children. So bring your wrapping paper, bring your bows, bring your tape, bring your scissors and anything else festive. And we'll be working like Santa's little elves and Santa's little helpers next week in Santa's workshop downstairs immediately, or around 11:30, grab some coffee and then come downstairs for that. So that is super exciting. This Wednesday, we have our Blue Holiday service. And this is for everyone, whether you have lost anyone this year or not. This is truly for everyone who may be feeling a little blue this year, or even if you're not feeling blue this year, please come and be a beneficial presence and a beautiful presence for those who may be experiencing some sort of loss this year, loss this holiday season. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be here in the sanctuary. Reverend Victoria and I will be leading that, and Jubel will be here, and it'll be absolutely beautiful. So we invite you to be here in the sanctuary at 7 p.m. this Wednesday. And for those of for our beloved online community, it will be live streamed as well. So you'll have an opportunity to participate as well to our beloveds online. So that is happening this Wednesday. And then this coming Saturday, animal chaplain and practitioner Jeannie Kataoka will be hosting the quarterly animal grief support service, and that will be online at 2 p.m. via Zoom, and you can go to our website for that link. You can also check your email that we send out weekly, and it's also right in there. Then, just to let you know, on December 19th, we will have our winter holiday celebration service. And then on December 26th, we will be having our annual white stone ceremony, intention setting ceremony, and also reflection and renewal immediately following service. Neil and I will be, Neil Hainer, ministerial intern Neil Hainer, and I will be leading us through a reflection and renewal ritual after service, and that will be in a space to be determined based on size. So we invite you to please join us for that as well. Let me think. And then finally, as you came in, you received a little piece of paper that says Riverside Thrive Wish List. So I have to tell you, one of the things I'm super excited about this year is that next year, 2022, celebrates our 80th anniversary as a congregation.
Wow.
And something that's super exciting about that is that we are the 16th chartered church in all of Centers for Spiritual Living back in 1942, right? So we are what is called a legacy community. And so we are super excited about 2022. And to go along with our theme next year of Living Everyday Wonder, here at Riverside, we'll also be celebrating Riverside Thrive because, 80 is not old. 80 is young. Am I right, people? All right, just checking. So, and getting ready for our next 80 and what's possible for our next 80. So that's that joyful expectancy. So part of this Riverside Thrive is the Riverside Thrive wish list is we have all the items that we need around the center that we use regularly around the center. If you go into the bathroom, toilet paper, tissues, hand soap. If you're out on the patio with fellowship, coffee, cups, napkins, what have you, you'll find all of those goodies here on our wish list. So you can go to the wish list and help us out by making a purchase of one or more or a lot more items or what have you. Make sure that you're using Smile Amazon and that you have us as your charity partner. And then as you're going to check out, make sure you just click on send to Riverside Registry, or then you'll see what it means. You'll see what it says there. That way it comes to where it needs to come to rather than coming to your house and then you having to bring it to us, right? So just click on that Riverside, use Riverside Registry address. Not the address of the center, because they don't typically deliver here to the center. So clear? Either send it to yourself and bring it to us, or there will be a little link there that says, send it to the registry address. And it won't have the address, but just say, send it to the registry address, and you click that, and it'll get to where it needs to go so that we can get it here. Okay, I hope that's clearer. Anyway, it's fun. It's a great opportunity to help support our community in ways that we really need that support. Because I don't know about you, but it's nice to be able to dry my hands when I wash my hands in the bathroom. So, all right. Good? Okay. All right. So I invite you to stand and repeat after me. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. Let's sing it.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind, love is in my body, love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind, love is in my body, love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here. Oh, one more time. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind, love is in my body, love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Oh, love lives here. Love lives here. All right, let's get funky. God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. When the God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. Woo! That's unity. When the God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. When the God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. That's unity. All right. Have a great Sunday. Love you all. Love lives here.